Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Sorry for the absence, but we had to get settled here in Switzerland. Finally, the office is ready, and we will make weekly videos, I think, at least 2 to 3 a week. They won't be very long, where we will do market analysis also. Because in this first video, after some time, I wanted to tell you a few things regarding my ideas about the markets and various considerations. Then in the next videos, we will also make some educational content that I think might interest a little bit. And we'll try to do it simply and continuously here on YouTube. Okay, let's start with some of my macro ideas from some considerations. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Those who follow me on Twitter already know that I have already said several times that we have been in this huge range for a long time now, for about 70 days more or less, and nothing. We keep staying here, and the longer we stay here, the choppier we will be, especially in altcoins and especially in Ethereum, that as you have seen is really doing terribly. Well, it's normal because Bitcoin, I think, hasn't found the top yet. And not finding the top, Ethereum is not able to run and is absolutely not being helped by Vitalik, because he is a good programmer, actually a genius, but a terrible entrepreneur from a marketing point of view. We've said this many times. So he doesn't do anything to create a bit of FOMO around this coin at the moment, which is useless. Bitcoin, I have nothing to tell you, just that we are in this range. And as long as we stay here, I think there will be some of the price manipulations that can go either downwards, where undergoing deviations, you can position yourself either on the retest, where I have already taught you several times with the trigger, so deviation retest of this demand area. Enter this position or otherwise wait for a breakout of this level to reach a top close to 120 to 125. And I think this is the top of the year. We can push to 125 where we have a first resistance, or close to 145 to 147. These can be the targets for this year. Many are starting to call for 500, 1 million, 2 million. I absolutely don't think so. But as we know, trading is done step by step. So day by day, week by week, we will analyze the prices to see what happens. If you want to position yourself here longest, when there will be the breakout, if there will be, always do it on daily confirmations. So, okay, wait for a breakout. Look, here it was first rejection at the first level, and then we kept rejecting at these levels. So always do it on confirmations. Never take a position immediately. In this range, what you can do is observe the liquidity and the levels, for example, that I taught you, which are the 0.75 below on the lower frames, and the 0.75 of Fibonacci. Here, doing this spike at this level again, and then rising back. We kind of expected it, but trading Bitcoin here, you can do with quick scalps, so either daily or even hourly scalps. But it doesn't make much sense because the risk reward is not favorable. What it means is you make a trade to gain 2%, but also with a stop of 1 to 1.5%. I assure you that by doing 5 to 10 scalps, half will go well, half will go poorly. So you would be a dog chasing its tail. So it is better to stay put and focus only on scalps that can have easy invalidations, which can be this or this at the top. Or if you are a slightly better scalper, focus on liquidity levels. Yesterday I wrote in a tweet that the area between 96 and 94 we can hold to continue upwards and reach $101 to $104,000, which can also be this trend line confirmation at these levels. So I've analyzed Bitcoin very simply for you. Ignore the indicators, they're useless. We only observe the OBV that we always watch. And at the moment. It also doesn't give me any indication. It remains quite strong at the moment. So I don't see, just a moment, while I enlarge it, I don't see an enormous selling volume. It also has resistance, so it is also choppy, and I don't see anything that can say, okay, we go down to 50,000 or go up to 150,000. No, it is also in the range. He also doesn't give me any considerations. That's why you see me posting very few charts on Bitcoin. Let's return to what interests us the most, which is Ethereum. Ethereum, as you know, I'm realistic. I bought the dumps. This liquidity pool has been crazy because we have nothing. We have no liquidity in altcoins at the moment. Let's delete it, clean it up, and put it on weekly and monthly confirmations. What we can do, there are two things we can do. I've taught you this before. Obviously, now we have this enormous range that goes from here to here. Okay, this mega range. What will happen? I think we will be very choppy in this range. So as you see here, we have a mega resistance on the daily, and also on the 2-day, 3-day, and weekly. So what we can do are two aspects. And here, a mega support. Even here, you can activate two triggers, which are, I think we will move like this, go to take this liquidity and then go down again. The trigger that interests me the most is obviously to take 50% of the wick. So liquidity here, which can be this. Increase your spot positions, or else take the deviation and manipulation down here. Buy spot after another dump and enter this position. That's what I'm showing you is how you can play to accumulate and increase your positions. Here it makes little sense. You can do it, but only on 2 or 3 names. Okay, not more. Ignore those who tell you to buy everything, that everything will go up. It won't be like that. Because the market, as you've seen, is saturated. The market is saturated. It has been full of crap, filled with memes, filled with useless coins. So the liquidity, let's say, has spread across the entire sector. In fact, we've seen huge pumps of memes where most of the, let me use the term, newbies were buying at the top and were used as liquidity exit by those a bit more experienced and by the whales. Those have exited. I think there will be even more clearing out. Others will leave, and it's better this way. At least there will be a bit more selection. What interests me to see? I repeat again, so much more. A bit of pain. If you recover 3,200 there, we can go to greater increases to return to bullish. So note the 3,200, 3,100 level. Below this level, if it doesn't break it on the 2-day chart, I don't see any significant increases. I think we will stay in this range for a long time, or maybe even for a few weeks. Weeks are usually always filled, but never say never. It might happen that we go up and you enter on the breakout. As I told you before, always do it on confirmations. Going to do a liquidity exit here and then crashing down again to grab the liquidity. Even trade Ethereum, only on confirmations on the lower time frames. At most, I'll make another video the day after tomorrow. Or rather, I think Monday, because I don't work on Saturday. Another video to show you how to identify liquidity. And thus, take advantage of a bit of scalping the names I will position myself on. And I have already been doing it for a while. Are some AI coins, as you know. It could be Tau primarily, that the more it drops, and the more I will buy the dips. Many say, oh, but if it reaches 100, I don't care, guys. I took a part of my portfolio that can be about 3 to 4% of my portfolio, and that 4% is allocated to this coin, so I can hold it even for a year and a half. I don't care much. Ethereum too. I have an entry price around 2,700, 2,800, around these prices. With the BSA, the dump that happened, I haven't accumulated much yet. So I really hope it goes down more. But if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. I have this position. The same thing applies to him. The more it goes down, the happier I am. On confirmations within spot, to have an invalidation if, for example, it breaks through 932 for a simple invalidation, which could be, for example, losing again 2 and 928. Other coins that you can position yourselves with. Study them yourselves, guys. Don't let anyone influence you, not even me. I bought some coins that might be right or something else, but always study them. Know that nothing is certain, so invest what you can afford to lose. You know how the market works. I don't want to tell you fairy tales like everyone else does. The risk of return must always be a priority. Invest what you can afford to lose, or set stops you can handle. Thank you then. In the next videos, we will take action and also talk about Trump, what he is doing, and the economic situation. I don't want to drag on too much if my videos end up being too long, and I want to make more of them each week. I wish everyone a good weekend, even though tomorrow is still Friday, so we'll have another day of trading. Goodbye, everyone.